Hi guys, if you just shout the word fact a number of times, did that make it a fact? Sarah Ponchin, the Reform UK MP, certainly is of that opinion. Now, she was on the Politics Live show where she was discussing immigrants committing crimes and inadvertently described people protesting outside an ex-hotel, which is housing asylum seekers, as rioters. Have a listen to this.
You're going to get... It's a fact, by the way, that this particular element, particularly Afghan, particularly Eritrean asylum seekers, have a particular problem with sexual assaults and sexual violence against women.
Okay,
well, it is a fact.
I've got the figures.
Hold on a second, please.
It's an absolute fact.
Okay, so she just keeps saying it's a fact, it's a fact. Okay, she's talking about asylum seekers. Now, as far as I know, 300 Eritreans in the last 3 years committed crimes like this. 300, not 3,000, 300. But she's not even talking about Eritreans in general. She's talking about asylum seekers who are Eritreans.
It's a fact.
Hold on.
Reported that as a potential...
We all know your party is for
As a percentage of the population, they are far higher and to offend. No, you can turn your nose up.
Absolute nonsense.
Like
so the context, Sarah.
So they're putting women like me.
Sarah, just hold on.
Calm down, Sarah. It's okay. Take a chill pill. No, you don't have to get upset.
On 1 second.
People that they should. You say you understand why they're there. Would you say to them they should go home?
The rioters.
Do you think they should stay outside?
Are you talking about the rioters?
Well, I'm talking about the people who are protesting outside the asylum.
The protesters I meant to say, not the rioters.
No, I shouldn't have said the rioters. There's nobody rioting. They're peacefully protesting. They're engaging in their concern for asylum seekers who may be involved in crimes in these hotels or ex-hotels. Don't call them rioters. I mentioned it once. Maybe I got away with it. It's absolutely pathetic.
I'm saying that I completely understand why people
I'm asking whether you think they should go home.
That if they're peacefully protesting, no, that's what this country's about. Anybody can peacefully protest. Okay?
It's obviously not turned into peaceful protest. So should they go home? Do you encourage them to go home?
If there's a peaceful... Can I just say what I want to say? If it's a peaceful protest, yes, that's what this country's all about. We let the pro-Palestinian protests continue, etc., etc. When those protests, in my view, potentially on purpose get infiltrated with people that want to cause civil unrest, that is a totally different thing. Antifa were there.
James Regan, your councillor. Do you think your councillor James Regan incited someone else by...
Like, you were asked a simple question. Do you think the people who rioted should go home? They shouldn't be part of this protest. Now, a normal person would say yes. Anyone who's engaging in violence should go home. They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there in the first place, but if they do engage in violence, they should be arrested or they should leave. But she didn't say that. She started talking about Antifa. It's like, sorry, we're talking about people who attacked police officers. It doesn't matter which side they were on. We obviously know which side they were on, but it doesn't matter which side they were on. If they were attacking police officers, damaging police property, they should go home. Any reasonable person would tell them to go home. But of course, Sarah Pochin is not a reasonable person because she needs to defend people who she thinks will vote for her.
Do you know about Antifa? No, they were there. Antifa were there.
They're not the reason why there was violence, right? And you've said yourself you understood why the violence happened.
There are bodies of people that will come in on purpose to incite
violence. And was your councillor one of those?
We need to have one at a time, please.
I think it's disappointingly evasive of the question I asked.
No, if they're peacefully protesting, fine.
But it's obvious that this turned into something that's more than a peaceful process.
Then the police need to get involved.
Right, and you think... Well, do you think that people should go home considering their protest has turned into something
that you say it wasn't intended? If it becomes violent, then of course it needs to be dispersed.
I think she has said...
We got there in the end. If it becomes violent, then people need to be dispersed. She's afraid to offend the people who will vote for her. The people who were... There was a Reform UK councillor, I believe, with his mother at the protest, trying to take advantage of the situation, of course, presenting themselves as, we're on your side. We're on the side of people who are concerned about immigration. Like, I've mentioned this before. If they were truly concerned about violent criminals being placed in these hotels, then why don't they go and protest outside the Home Office? Because it's the Home Office that decides who is put in these hotels. Not the council, not the people running the hotel, not the people in the hotel themselves. They have no control over who's put in the hotel. It's the Home Office. So why don't you organise a bus and go to London and protest outside the Home Office? Put pressure on them because if you just protest outside the hotel, what will happen? The hotel will eventually close and the asylum seekers will be put somewhere else. So if it's a problem that you have, the problem will be moved. But if you really care about solving the problem, then surely you would put pressure on the people who make the decision. The Home Office, the Home Secretary, you would put pressure on them. Peaceful protest, of course. But you would protest peacefully outside the Home Office. I don't understand the value in intimidating, and in many cases these people are being intimidated, asylum seekers, because not every one of them is a criminal. But how do you know which one you're talking about? How do you know which one was involved? Politicians like Sarah Pochin appearing on shows like this, maybe there's some value in it, because then you get an idea of what you're dealing with. Sarah Pochin doesn't know her backside from her elbow. And the more she appears on TV, I think the more people will realise that Reform UK should be nowhere near the levers of power. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.